but it creates a roadmap for how you build a strong workplace culture. And it's fundamental if you actually want to really prepare for the future of work and address the underlying issues that are causing you such costing issues. But going back to the compliance stage, that is about reducing job dissatisfaction by complying with employee expectations. We talk about it in terms of there's 7 factors. So building on Hertzberg's theory, there's 7 factors of the workplace that cause dissatisfaction. And those factors are wellness, compensation, job security, policies, safety, working conditions, and consistency. And the point of those 7, and James kind of gave a story about wellness with the retail example and about consistency with the kind of the production company and everything. And then policies are an example of, like, the nonprofit. But there's 7 of these factors that, if poorly managed, create dissatisfaction.
Yeah.
And to not poorly manage them, they need to be meeting the expectations that James mentioned earlier of competitive, sufficient, and equitable. And when the 7 factors meet the 3 expectations, that's what we Roman 3 call the 7x3 rule. And that's how you resolve job dissatisfaction. And it's something that, is really an important component, because it's the foundation of what your workplace is built on, that what culture is built on. And we have to address this, if anything else that we try and do around engagement, around inclusion, around productivity, around performance, if any of it's going to actually work for you, then you have to at least make sure that you're meeting the 7x3 rule.
And thank you, because we really need to explain what those factors are, what the expectations are. We will do more talks on the hierarchy itself, but focusing on that compliance stage, getting back to job dissatisfaction, is it really that as bad as we think, or is it that big of a deal? It absolutely is. And so far we've made the case for that through some examples. Understanding the factors of your workplace and understanding the expectations, that's huge. And I want to talk again about expectations a bit, because it's important. You have to address the factors, but it's by you understanding these expectations is how you're going to address them. So competitive, again, it's not just, are you competitive with others in, with the person who set up shop next to you, right? It's competitive within your sector. So if you are, like, we'll go back to the retail environment that I was talking about, that businesses need to be competitive with all of the other retailers in their area, within their region, but they also need to be competitive with other retailers across the board. Are there others in your industry who are being more competitive in the labor market? So it's really important to understand that competitive within your sector, within your industry, within your region are kind of how we talk about that. The sufficiency piece is key, because in all 3 of the examples I talked about, none of them were meeting sufficiency, right? In the retail example with 2 extra wellness days, it was far more competitive than any other player in the industry, but it didn't come close to actually being sufficient, right? Is 2 days off a year sufficient to address wellness?
No.
I can say for myself and my mental health and how it's taken a beating since the onset of COVID, 2 days, probably it would not cut it, right? So sufficiency needs to be a key component of how you address the factors. And then equitable is the idea of, is it available to everybody, or do only certain groups get access to it? Is it the privileged few who get all of the perks and bonuses? Or how do you make your workplace factors equitable for everybody?